The big question, who will be the next governor of Hawaii? That question will be answered this Tuesday in the general election. Republican Duke Aiona is trailing and trying to catch up with Democrat Neil Abercrombie in the polls. And joining us now in studio is Mr. Abercrombie, just 6 days away until the big day for you or your opponent. Now, before the primaries, we spoke with your camp, and your camp was very confident about where you stood just days before the votes were counted. What about this time around? How is your camp feeling?
We feel momentum. That's the main thing. At this point in the campaign, it's all retail, right? It's all people to people, person to person. That's the way it works now. And momentum is a word that gets used all the time. What it really means in a practical way is, are the people who are for you feeling good about it? Are they eager to reach out to other people and let them know that they're voting for you and they'd like their friends, their neighbors, their family to go along with them? That's what counts in these last 6 days.
And Mr. Abercrombie, across the country, we've seen some heated races, some violent confrontations between some supporters and opponents of some candidates, some non-handshakes after the debates. But between you and Mr. Duke Aiona, why hasn't this race reached that level of contention and I guess, testiness?
Well, because both of us agree it is a clear choice. I have a way of looking at the possibilities for Hawaii's future, what we call the new day in Hawaii, embracing change. And the Lieutenant Governor has made very clear that he thinks that things have to keep going pretty much the way they've been run for the last 8 years. He intends to make almost a third term of Governor Lingel's approach. He has his own views, of course. But nonetheless, the choice is clear. We've both agreed on that. So we've both stayed on issues and had virtually nothing to do with personality attacks or character attacks or anything of that nature.
One of the issues that both of you differ on, or that you guys differ on, is the state furloughs. You've stated clearly that you want to end them, but how do you plan to make up for the nearly $200 million that would be saved by continuing furloughs?
Well, these numbers change every day. And, of course, there's nothing projected by the Lingel administration that shows anything like that. And what it really comes down to is, can you manage government? What, in effect, they're saying is we really can't do this. We don't know how to do this. I've done that all my legislative life. As a member of the state legislature, the city council, we've balanced budgets and dealt with being able to deal with budget crises literally all my legislative life. So I'm quite prepared to do that. You meet with people, you explain what the realities are, and you say, how can we accomplish the mission with the people that we have? Finally, all through the campaign, people have been coming up to me who are in state government saying, you know, we could do this a lot better, a lot more effectively, a lot more efficiently, but we're not allowed to exercise our own initiative, to utilize the experience and competence we have on behalf of getting the mission done.
Speaking of efficiency, there's debate on whether there should be an audit of the school system.
Yes.
Where do you stand on that, and what's wrong with having an audit to see if there's wasteful spending? Because a lot of people out there want to cut wasteful spending, so an audit could provide that.
Nothing wrong with it all. As a matter of fact, it's not only been done, it's been done in detail. The legislative auditor, who is hired for her objective analysis, because there's nothing worse than bad information. So the legislative auditors, whose reputation is superb in terms of making objective analysis, has done numerous audits of the Department of Education. And what you really need is a governor prepared to move on education, and I'm ready to do that. I don't need an audit. I need the opportunity.
Well, Mr. Abercrombie, we thank you for your time here this morning, and we wish you the best of luck on November 2nd.
You cannot get too much of that.
Now, KITV4 Morning News this morning has extended numerous invitations for Lieutenant Governor Duke Aiona to appear on our morning newscast. After an initial appearance after the primary election, the Aiona campaign has respectfully denied our invitations. Now, if you'd like to see this interview or any of the other interviews this morning, you can always log on to our website at kitv.com/thismorning.